second finish. And they're off. Sassy Babe and Icy Reply, La Familia in the firing line, 2 on the inside, Deemed Essential pushing along to 4th. Zola B is next in 5th, and Awesome Lawson is followed by Love Ran Red. Then Market of Stocks over to about the 2 or 3 path, heading on to the turn. Yura second to last, and Sweet Talia at the tail of the field at about 14 from the front. Three-way scramble up front. La Familia, Sassy Babe is in between horses, and Icy Reply out there 3 wide with speed 2. Just in behind him is Deemed Essential, 2 lengths off them, racing in the 4th spot as they reach the top of the lane for the long run in. Also Zola B trying to fire up and coming to the far outside of the red blinkers. They're into the stretch with a quarter of a mile left to go. Wide open scramble. Zola B on the far outside tries to quicken up now. Here's Zola B. Zola B by C Reply trying to quicken 2 between horses on the inside. La Familia. Awesome Lawson offering a late bit of the far outside, but it's Zola B shaking free. Zola B from Awesome Lawson and Icy Reply closer second. Then Deemed Essential will check in 4th. And they're off. For the rail, Never Free. Good early speed. Zips out to the lead under a ride. Opens up 3 and pops away for Backseat Betty in second. And it's the last of ALACK in third. And Meat Sweats to the outside racing 4th. Miss Fussy Pants racing back of the pack with Replicated on her inside. Heading on to the far turn. Never Free out by almost 3.5 lengths from Backseat Betty. Replicated picks up quickly on the inside from third. Miss Fussy Pants is next. And last of ALACK. And Meat Sweats to the far outside. Only about 4.5 from the front. Never Free still that leader by 2 lengths from Backseat Betty as they turn toward the top of the stretch. And Replicated still down inside. From in between horses there is Alas and ALACK, and Meat Sweats is on the far outside. They're into the stretch. Never Free trying to stay on. Put to a drive now, leads it by 2 lengths. Backseat Betty making inroads down the outside. Backseat Betty comes up to Never Free to grab the lead with about a furlong left to go. At a gap of 5 to Alas and ALACK third with a 16th left to run. It's all Backseat Betty from here. Backseat Betty pouring it on, opening up by 4 at the finish. Never Free, and then it was Alas and ALACK and Miss Fussy Pants. And 1-2 kid. And they're off. The inside Fortune's Fool and our hoisted mast all the way together there with Know How I Know. Know How I Know on the outside up to grab the lead from our hoisted mast out of the inside. And Fortune's Fool will settle right to third position, just a couple of lengths from the pace. 1-2 Kid is on the outside of Honor the Fleet, is now past the 1-2 Kid. Then inside is Club Menace, another 4 lengths back, and Silent Malice trailing the field. Silent Malice got beat 13 to 14 off that front runner, and that is our hoisted mast just up front, pushed along by Know How I Know on the outside, and it's a gap of 3, and on the inside is Honor the Fleet is in third position. Fortune's Fool is fourth, and Clubman Racing in the 5th spot. Now Silent Malice tries to advance for the back of the pack. Silent Malice pushed along in between horses as they round that far turn, and 1-2 Kid trails. 3.5 furlongs out. Still our hoisted mast getting steady pressure from Know How I Know and Honor the Fleet rolling up there while 3 wide, coming to join the front runners as well. And next is Silent Malice, who continues on the move at the top of the stretch. More than a quarter of a mile left to go. Wide open affair. Know How I Know to a narrow lead. Inside is Silent Malice. A big opening to get right on through. Center of the track is Honor the Fleet. Honor the Fleet to the outside. Silent Malice to the inside with 1 furlong left to go. Second wire finish line. Silent Malice kicking and kicking in a big way. Opening up 3, now 4 lengths past the first line of the 16th to go from Honor the Fleet. And then is Fortune's Fool on the outside and Clubman Silent Malice.
When we started adding protocols, the first thing we knew we wanted to do was to add veterinarians watching training. We really had to look at all of the opportunities that we had to impact horse safety, controlling medication and training, which had never been done, investing in cutting-edge diagnostic techniques, decreasing the amount of medication that was in the horse on race day.
Right now it's training, but we're checking horses that are racing on Saturday. Thank you. You're all right, sweetie.
I feel like we are changing things for the better.
Right now, it's basically just being present. We do examine various horses in the days leading up to it. Race day, it's every horse. We're watching the horses, how they warm up. Now they've got weight on their back. We're on different surface. We're still following the horses. All the horses look good during their warm-up, sound ready to run.
I truly feel like we are moving the sport forward. The horses are better for it. We've really changed to focus on putting horses at the center and being the most important part of the equation.
And they're off. Pursuing pace was last away. At Beast All, oh boy, Class Wizard down to the inside, and Steady Eddie going to show some early speed too as they go to that first turn run. You see behind the second flight group there is Stimulus Maker is racing along in the fifth spot as Captain Quint is saving ground. The last sip is out 3 wide of the turn, and King of Sting is in between, and trailing the field is Pursuing Pace. Around that turn, ahead to the backstretch run now. It Beast All down to the inside. The outside is Oh Boy, keeping pressure on, a length and a half or 2 back. And the outside is Class Wizard in third, and Steady Eddie racing in fourth. Stimulus Maker and King of Sting are next, followed by the last sip racing third to last at this point, about a dozen from the lead. Back to Pursuing Pace, back of the pack, and Captain Quint trailing the field. It Beast All tries to get away now. It Beast All from Oh Boy. Steady Eddie down to the inside. Class Wizard is next, and Stimulus Maker under pressure down to the rail. King of Sting just passing that one. King of Sting is on the move now, fourth and within 3 of the lead. And next is the last sip, who's trying to come with a run now. 2 has 6 to make up at the top of the lane with about a quarter of a mile left to go, and they turn for home. Class Wizard from It Beast All pressured on the inside. Then it's King of Sting who's trying to sustain. Stimulus Maker looking for room in traffic, and the last sip now emerging in the far outside as Steady Eddie gets through in between horses. The last sip just in front. Stimulus Maker gets through. Stimulus Maker in the last sip. It's going to be Stimulus Maker from the last sip, and Pursuing Pace gets up third, and Class Wizard was fourth, and Steady Eddie fifth. Line up for the fifth. And they're off. Show 'em who's boss to the inside, Miss Foxanne, and Fortis the inside there too, moving forward. So Miss Foxanne is just in front here. Splendid View up to show speed. Splendid View now getting just a neck in front from Show 'em who's boss, and Fortis is in third. Miss Foxanne is racing fourth. Then another 2, If Then, Mix Best Bet Yet. Candy Corner 3 deep as they charge past the half-mile pole, and Rational Millennials in the back of the pack. Good pace from Splendid Views. Opened up a 2-length lead around the turn from Show 'em who's boss, and Fortis traveling in striking range their third. Miss Foxanne inside in fourth. Another 5 in this Candy Corner, followed by If Then and Rational Millennial, and Mix Best Bet Yet trailing the field. Top of the stretch with a quarter of a mile left to go. Show 'em who's boss drifting out wide, and Splendid View trying to stay Miss Foxanne. Fortis out the center of the track. Even wider than that is Candy Corner, widest of them all with a furlong left to go. Open Affair. Miss Foxanne battles on the inside with Show 'em who's boss is dead determined, and Fortis is coming to join. 3 chances, yards to go. It's Show 'em who's boss. Show 'em who's boss in front from Miss Foxanne trying to surge. Show 'em who's boss from Miss Foxanne and Fortis third. Candy Corner and If Then.
We're absolutely blessed to have the ability to work with animals for our day-to-day job, but the blessing means that we also have a big responsibility, and that responsibility is that when a horse has finished its racing career, to make sure that we give it every opportunity to have a second career.
Horses on the racetrack, they typically race from 2 to 3 years old up to 6 to 8 years old, and they have a long career in life after that. Thoroughbred aftercare is taking care of horses after their life on the racetrack.
Making sure that we are being good stewards of the animal. We have a generation coming up that's more aware of our world, of our climate, of our animals that we use, everything that's really given us humanity and integrity about who we are and what we're doing on this planet.
There are the actual aftercares themselves, and they are farms that will rehome and rehouse the animals when they come off the track. And then there are other organisations such as the TAA, which is the Thoroughbred Aftercare Alliance, that actually accredits the aftercares to make sure they are doing exactly what we want them to do.
We focus on organizations that can rehabilitate, retrain, retire, rehome new horses, and find a new purpose for them for after their racing and breeding.
Any animal that's willing to let you ride it or use it for work, we owe that animal everything we can do to make sure that trust is repaid.
And they're off. Good break for Wicked Hot, who's sent up for early speed. Wicked Hot to the front. From Click to Confirm, Little Miss Scarlet. On the far outside up there, too, is Sway and To and Fro. And Canoodles in lead group 2 is the first 5 sort out. Back to Dry Well, and trailing the field is Dotada. Click to Confirm now the speed. Click to Confirm the one to catch. Leads about a length from Sway and To and Fro. And Wicked Hot down inside in third position past the 5-base pole. Canoodles in between horses fourth. Little Miss Scarlet and Dry Well are next. And they're about 5 from the front, heading for the turn. Dotada in the back still. Half mile left to run. Click to Confirm. Wicked Hot out of the inside, Sway and To and Fro. Canoodle tracks along there in fourth, but loses a bit of ground to the pace. At the outside is Little Ms. Scarlet, is up 3 deep, and back to Dry Well, and trailing the field is Dotada. 2.5 furlongs left to go. Click to Confirm. Sway and To and Fro getting closer. Now Canoodle gets going again. Canoodle on the outside. Just behind him is Wicked Hot, saving ground into the stretch. They're followed by Dry Well, out wide Little Miss Scarlet, into the stretch now. Wicked Hot punches through, finds an opening down to the inside. Sway and To and Fro with a narrow lead though. Wicked Hot down to the inside. Canoodle out in the center of the track. 3 of them across the track. A 16th of a mile left to go. Sway and To and Fro. She's a game filly. Sway and To and Fro will hold Sway. Sway and To and Fro from Canoodle. And it was Wicked Hot. And Click to Confirm and Dry Well.
The Maryland Jockey Club's Canter for a Cause event was held here on October 10th at the legendary Pimlico Racecourse. Approximately 300 riders came along with their horses to walk, trot, and canter along the great track as many of past Preakness winners. Best of all proceeds went to the Thoroughbred Aftercare Alliance.
It's been a great day. It's been exciting. We've had a lot of costumes, a lot of great kids out there. We've had every horse in every size. We've had minis to Shetlands to an Irish bred, so it's been really fun.
People have traveled quite a bit of ways to come here for this event. What kind of exposure does this give for the Aftercare Alliance?
Well, we've had a lot of thoroughbreds out here today, which is the point of the whole event, is to support the thoroughbreds and to support Aftercare and to show that these horses are versatile, that anyone can ride them. It's really great when a racetrack or a company such as First Racing and Maryland Jockey Club stands up for Aftercare and really puts on an event where we can show and showcase the Aftercare and the opportunities for horses after racing.
Stacey, we are so thankful for you and all of the hard work that you and your crew have done to put on such a wonderful event.
You're welcome. We're happy to be here. And look, it takes a village. There's 81 accredited organizations across the country. This is supporting, so it's awesome.
5.5 of the Fort Mysie course, second finish line. And they're off. Magical Luna and Stony Point out there with their least speed. The outside, they're moving forward as Sensen along with Lola Flow. And on the inside is Looks Don't Lie, who's racing a close fifth, followed by Royal Engagement, now sixth, and Saving Ground heading into the turn. Back to Bourbon Wildcat, racing third last position as they round the turn. Back to Tritone Gal, second to last, and trailing the field is Killy Start. Round the turn, Magical Luna, Stony Point. They're going at it head-to-head for the lead, and Lola Flow's trying to save something right off the duel from third. Royal Engagement has worked to fourth position now. Looks Don't Lie down to the inside, then back to Sensen into the stretch, quarter of a mile left to go, and the outside Stony Point's got momentum, and Stony Point going to try to kick Stony Point. Magical Luna, Lola Flow is right there. Lola Flow's running a big one, charging hard now, third, almost second, and back to Royal Engagement on the far outside. Tritone Gal picks up a share late. Stony Point, here comes Royal Engagement. Royal Engagement surging on the outside. Stony Point, Royal Engagement to off of the Caesar's Wish Stakes. Good break for the favorite. The Grass is Blue on the outside. Whole Bodemeister's showing speed, and Hybrid Eclipse moving up on the inside there as Best settles on the outside of that one, racing in fourth. Then GLOWSITY is in fifth, and Stand for the Flag on the far outside, and trailing the field is Big Cheeks. It's The Grass is Blue leading the way well off the inside. The Grass is Blue trying to get over just a little bit there. About the three path, leaving room for Hybrid Eclipse to prompt on through an opening quarter in 23.72. And so there goes Hybrid Eclipse. So the Grass is Blues take it back second spot, and GLOWSITY is in third. Hodel Bodemeister racing in fourth, and Bess is traveling in the fifth spot, only 4 or 5 off the speed. Back to Stand for the Flag, and Big Cheeks trailing the field. Round that far turn, Toledo and Hybrid Eclipse out of the inside. Jorge Ruiz and the Grass is Blue have more on the outside to offer through a 47.22 half mile. So the Grass is Blue, Hybrid Eclipse. They're going head to head now with about 3 furlongs left to run. Hodel Bodemeister has 3 lengths to close in, and GLOWSITY is fourth out of the inside. Bess is fifth and about 3 to 4 wide, and back to Stand for the Flag. And they're into the stretch now. Hybrid Eclipse a quarter mile from home. Hybrid Eclipse tries to pour it on from the Grass is Blues, not by. It is Hybrid Eclipse in front and pulling away to a 2.5 length advantage from the Grass is Blue. GLOWSITY's moved third out of the inside, and followed by Bess and Hodel Bodemeister. It's all Hybrid Eclipse now. Hybrid Eclipse with a 16th left to run. Opening up now 3 lengths from the Grass is Blue, and GLOWSITY third. Hybrid Eclipse and the Caesar's Wish. Up. And they're off of the Concern Stakes. Nimitz class stumbled a bit there at the start. Old Homestead Defend out together, and Scaramouche up there with Early Foot, and A Lot of Hope second to last, and Nimitz class trailing the field after a bit of a stumbling beginning. Old Homestead Defend and Scaramouche lining up on the pace together. It's another 3 back, and A Lot of Hope tracking the trio there from 4th position as they race down the backstretch. Defend's going to take out of that pace up front. Nimitz class is in the back, the only 4 from the front. Scaramouche has the lead at the rail. Scaramouche from Old Homestead through an opening quarter mile in 22.68. Heading on now for the far turn run. Inside is Scaramouche. The outside is Old Homestead. Another 2 lengths back and Defend. Going to track them in 3rd position, and A Lot of Hope is in 4th. Nimitz class asks for more run from the back of the pack with 3 furlongs left to go. Old Homestead gets away from Scaramouche. Old Homestead a half length from Scaramouche, and Defend is 3rd. Half mile was a strong 45.86. A Lot of Hope. Here's Nimitz class on the outside. Going to rally widest of them all, and they're into the stretch, and it's Old Homestead. Old Homestead pops away to a 2.5, a 3-length lead. Defend charging between horses. Drifting out of it is Scaramouche. The outside Nimitz class and A Lot of Hope. Here's Old Homestead trying to get another 16th of a mile. Old Homestead just holding. Old Homestead by 3. Nimitz class charging hard to second. It is Old Homestead to win it by a length and a half. Nimitz class was second. Scaramouche was third.
Old Homestead, 6-5 favorite, taking him home with Charlie Marquez. Charlie, you had a lot to say after this race, but let's just take it from the gate to the wire. What was going through your head? I know you broke Defend's maiden. Did that have any thinking when you were up there in that stakes, in that little match race?
Well, I knew he was going to show some speed as well. The goal was just trying to get out of there in front of him and, just kind of set the pace, and that's what we did. Got in a little bit of a duel, but that didn't seem to bother him. In fact, he really enjoyed that, and when I asked him to run, he really kicked on.
Now, when you did get into that duel, you had to kind of get a little strategic. What was going through your head whether you had to take back a little bit or go forward or get ahead of some horse? What was going through your head right in that moment?
Once the Fen kind of took back, I kind of took off the two horse a little bit. I was sitting in like the four-path, just to give a little bit of a breather, and I came down around the turn. The trainer mentioned that he takes the turns very well, so I tried to, make some lengths around the turn, and once we straightened out, he was gone. It was game over.
Game over. Perfect highlight indeed for Charlie Marquez. Getting a two-bagger today on top of that. Best of luck with the rest of your day, and Old Homestead taking him home.
Jimmy the Kid. And they're off. Jimmy the Kid and Bartolino down to the inside. Roby's boys on the chase from third, and phase out down inside there. Up close in fourth. Here followed by Big Tall Dog, is not far from the front and widest of them all on the course. And trailing the field is Spitball. 5 lengths front to back. Bartolino takes him into the turn from Roby's boy in second. And Jimmy the Kid is racing in third. Big Tall Dog continues an outside journey. Phase out saving ground though. Phase out now just into third position within 2.5 of the leader Bartolino. Spitball's got to pick it up from the back of the pack. They make the turn for home. Long way to go to the second wire finish. More than a quarter of a mile to run. Bartolino is the leader from Roby's boy, and phase out inside. Big Tall Dog trying to get into gear to the center of the course. About a furlong left to go. Roby's boy striking the front. Roby's boy, the gray, strides away, but a very game. Bartolino's coming back for more on the inside. Bartolino's come to regain the lead, and Roby's boy continues to fight on the outside with one more try. They're exchanging lead down to the line. Second wire finish. Bartolino and Roby